Hi, in this video we will demonstrate the new features included in the new update for DrillSoft HDX version 1.01.85. We removed the Preferences tab from Configuration and we added a right-click button. We also removed the display options and moved them into the right-click, so we can zoom in by going here. We can restore the plot, read the values, show the casing and liner, show pour and fracture pressures. We're also able to remove lines from these graphs, so let's circulate. What we can do now is go into Profile Series, ECD, and then choose which line we don't want to plot. So let's say equal mud weight. We can also remove the drill string. We can also remove the annular and just keep the ECD line. Also able to reactivate, bring these lines back. We also move the units button here, so we can switch units. We're also able to export data not only to text but also to Excel and PDF. We added a Properties button, which was the Preferences button in the configuration. We moved it into the right-click button. This allowed us to implement more control over the graph or the plots. So the first tab we'll see is the General tab, where we will have the axis title, the graph title. So for this one we have ECD profile. We're able to change the name, the font, the size, the color of this title. We're also able to adjust how we are displaying our pour and fracture pressure. Here we can activate these lines, these lines, and fill them. We can also reverse this and just fill the inside. And disable it the same way. We're able to change the background of each graph. So we can do gray graph, or we can go back, hit apply, and change how the grid, we can change the grid style. And then next tabs we have are for the x-axis, y-axis. So for the x-axis we can change the title of the x-axis and the style. Then we can also change how the data is displayed. So for now we have the auto range. So as the data moves around in the graph, the range will also move to capture the ECD and the densities. But if we disable auto range, we're able to enter our values. We can also adjust the major and minor tick. So we have more control over how the data is displayed. We can activate a minor grid and adjust the minor grid here. And then increase the number of decimal points. In the y-axis we have the primary axis, measured depth, and then the secondary axis, that's a true vertical depth. We can change the names, the styles, or just hide them altogether. We can also do the same with the auto range. I'll reactivate the auto range and go to the y-axis and disable it or enable it. And we can also enable the minor grid. and increase the number of decimal digits. Under units, we can make the changes to the units or choose custom units. This is where we'll save our preferences, and then every time we open the software, it will choose our default preferences and display them. For the trends, we've made additional changes. If we go into properties, under X and Y axis, for the X axis we have the time. We can change how it's displayed. We can choose to display it in minutes or pump strokes. We can choose to display the minor grid and the time span, which we also have here by default. Under the Y-axis, we can choose what data we want to plot. So if I want to activate the casing pressure, I'll just enable it, and then I can change the style, the width and the line style. And I can also activate the minor grid. One feature we added here is where we place the axis. So here by default we have all our axes in the center. So we can move them to the left side of the graph or to the right side of the graph. And if the numbers are blocking, we can also move the legend over to the other side. We're able to copy images to clipboard. So if we go to ECD, we have this graph. We can copy the image to a clipboard, and it will also display. It will also display our casing lines. So we'll get a good snapshot of the graph. If we zoom into a certain section, and we take a snapshot, we'll see the zoom in section as well. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, please hit the like button and share this with your friends, or better yet, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.